Golly, I'm guilty of that, man. Okay, well, right now is not the time to be doing that shit. Okay? I'm just telling you, right now is not the time to be action faking. Real estate mastermind, Angie Peterson. Don't know who this person is. I ripped this off of the internet somewhere on Facebook. It says, so depressing. Just got an email from my buyer's lender that due to the latest interest rate hike, I'm assuming this person is a realtor, by the way, my buyer doesn't qualify anymore at all. Can't even buy the rate down with points. We just found the perfect house too. What are we going to do in this upcoming shifting market? And then the exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. And then we have a couple emojis here of people weeping. Isn't that crazy? That's realtors right now, everybody. That's realtors right now. What an awesome opportunity to get into the creative real estate business. All right. When they can't get money from banks affordably, what are they going to do? I guess they're going to need people like you and me. So that's a great opportunity for you and I. So let me pull up another thing I think we need to look at here just for fun. Let's play around with a mortgage calculator, everybody, just for a minute. Okay. Home price. Let's just put in a home price here. Let's just make something up. Let's just say, so 300,000. All right. That's tough. All right. What is actually the interest rate people are expecting to pay nowadays? Has anybody heard? I mean, it used to be like what, 3% like a few months ago? Somebody give me some feedback. What was it a few months ago? So 3.5 a roo. Okay, let's see over here. If I slide down, what does it say? Okay, it says principal and interest was $1,347 a month. Property taxes is probably going to be roughly around $200 a month. Homeowners insurance is going to be roughly around $66 a month. There's no private mortgage insurance here in this calculation. Now, please, someone tell me, for everyone's benefit, what is private mortgage insurance, PMI?
Take it in the butt money that you have to pay, basically.
Yeah. Why do you have to take it in the butt and pay this?
A lot of reasons, basically because you can't write it off for one, and then it just basically goes to nothing.
Yeah.
It just is insurance in case you can't make the payments.
Yes, bingo. That's what I was looking for. It's insurance that your lender makes you pay for. The homeowner, the home buyer, makes the home buyer pay for this insurance policy to cover them in the case you default. That stings a minute. Ow. PMI. Yep, it's just money down the toilet. It's not going off. Yeah, it's not coming off anything. It's not helping anybody. HOA fees, homeowners association, we're going to assume zero there. Okay, look at the payment, $1,611. All right, $1,611 is what they could have bought a $300,000 house with no down payment for. Okay. Now what would we say they could routinely today? If I were going out today, I would find a home loan for how much interest rate? What's prime rate today? When I say prime rate, what do I mean? Anybody? When the Federal Reserve raises the interest rate or they lower the interest rate, they're lowering or raising the prime rate. Just raised rates again. And they're raising rates about every, quarter now? See, I didn't even have to finish the sentence. It pops up. What is today's Federal Reserve interest rate? Let's see. There's a lot of ads here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So look at what it was a year ago. This is this is bankrate.com. A year ago, it was 25.25. So a quarter of a percent. This week, it's 1.75%. So this is but Larry, how did you describe this? This is the rate at which the banks borrow money, correct?
Yes.
Home loan interest rates today. That's what I Googled. Let's just look at that. Okay, look, current mortgage rates, refinance rates as of July 18th, which is today, 30-year fixed rate. This is if you have great credit, by the way, everybody. Okay, this is not if you have slouchy credit. Okay, if you got a 620, this ain't you. Okay, hey, you know what? If you got a 620, I want you to be proud of your 620. But a 30-year fixed rate mortgage for somebody with the 700 plus credit score is 5.55. Now the bank is borrowing money at 1.75%, right? Is that what we just read on the other website?
Right.
So they're loaning money at 5.5%. So remember on our mortgage calculator, just a few months ago, you could get a home loan for 3.5%, and that would have put this $300,000 house at $1,600 a month. Now let's put in 5.5 and see what that does. 5.5%. Let's see here. 5.5%.
Raise
That changes that payment
$360.
$360 a month. Is that what it was? Crazy.
Yeah.
Now do you see why they can't afford it anymore?
Right.
They're gonna raise it again and again and again and again and again.
It's under control.
And or they're gonna raise it again, and then they're gonna raise it again, like really big. Like it's gonna go from 1.75 to 2.25, and then it's gonna go to 5.
Ooh.
And then it's going to go to 5.25. They're going to take a skip. Zip, right on up. Okay. I predict that. I could be wrong. I predict it. I think they're going to up. One way or another. It's either going to crawl up or it's going to jump up, but one way or another, it's going up. Now, that's really vastly important knowledge for you and I, because look at this. 3.5. $1,611 a month, 5.5, which is what it is today, $1,967 a month. Let's assume it goes up, and now we're talking about 7.5.
7.5.
$2,361 a month.
That's going to leave a lot of people out.
Oh, it hurts. Back in the 1980s, okay. What was the mortgage interest rate in the 1980s? Look, interest rates reached their highest point in modern history in 1981, right after the Jimmy Carter administration, right? Or right before or right during it?
Yeah.
Or right after, when Reagan took over, I think is when this was, is when Reagan was in office. So they often say that Biden is a lot like Jimmy Carter, and that the economy is a lot like it was back in these days.
Okay.
So if that is true, then look where the interest rates are heading. 16.63% to buy a home.
I don't know if do you think they'll ever get that high again? I don't think so. But
I don't know. But let's just daydream for a minute that it does. Look at what a $300,000 house costs now.
wow.
$4,451 a month. Oh, man. So do we see here how the world needs us? Because rent to own gives me hope that I can get in a home, and while I'm here, maybe if I play my cards right, I can get the loan a little easier. Maybe I can get it without private mortgage insurance. Here's some people that are highly disappointed. Is this a motivated seller possibly? Is this a seller that might now consider a rent to own? You know, we are really, really valid right now, everyone. And that's all I'm trying to communicate to you, is that you are in a great place in this particular economy if you want to become actionable about real estate. If you don't want to become actionable about real estate and take the time to learn the skills and develop, I've been in the business for a long time. I can't even imagine doing anything else. A lot of times we do this. We do this action faking stuff. Action faking verb is any action, task, or to do that is not found within the critical path, which is the exact steps that will get you your first customer or deal, what have you. And I think the next thing is pretty amazing. Action fake is playing dopamine games with your brain. Golly, I'm guilty of that, man. Okay, well, right now is not the time to be doing that shit. Okay? I'm just telling you, right now is not the time to be action faking. Right now, in this economy, It's going to be that easy. Okay? Not everyone you call, but there'll be some of those in there, so you just need to be prepared. Another piece of advice, slow down a little bit on the phone, I think, because people, remember, when people are motivated, they have a story to tell. And everyone loves to tell their story. Okay? So let's remember, when we're on the phone with a prospect, slow down a little bit. Let them express their, and then acknowledge that you heard them. Yep. And relate for a moment. And then move on. Okay? Slow down a little bit. And I was telling somebody this the other day, I don't remember who. I think we move forward through this conversation quickly because we know we have a number of them to make and we're bored with the conversation. Okay? You have to remember to take each conversation as its own and each homeowner as a unique experience. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Thanks for letting me vent a little.